What is going on with that water over there? Oh my god. The fuck? Maybe gravity works different on no, because it's happening over there as well, and there. Oh, that's terrible. Alright, is there anything that we actually want to do here? Collect message there. To message. Collect message. Let's tag them.
Pathfinder. I never thought I'd see the Moshai again, least of all thanks to you. Welcome to the marketplace. I am Arbiter Renarth. I enforce correct conduct between merchants and customers, resolving any disputes. As the first outsider to enter the city, you are ignorant of our laws. We should change that.
Sounds boring.
Where I'm from, the biggest trade law is don't cheat. Is it different here?
I suspect we define cheating differently. What is unfair changes based on perspective.
Interesting.
Who decides what happens to people who break the law?
It depends on the grievance. I settle minor offenses right here. More serious ones require a tribunal.
Doesn't sound too different from Earth.
I don't want to cause any trouble. How do I learn your laws?
I'll transmit a full readout. Familiarize yourself with the contents.
Sounds boring.
Personal responsibility is a core foundation of our society. We expect it from everyone.
Understood.
Please visit my colleagues in the Governor's office and the Resistance headquarters. They'll teach you about our culture and what it means to walk freely among us. Your understanding is critical. It would be unfortunate if you accidentally violated our laws.
That's true, it would. And that explains why some of the merchants might not trade with me. Oh, I'm tired.
Exaltation is just another word for how the Kett kill us. And if you're wrong, if we've been killing for them without realizing it?
I saw a Kett up close when they attacked. It was nothing like our people.
The Kett weaponize their victims to make you hesitate.
And when the Kett begin to exalt your people, what will you do then?
Thank you for that. Insight,
Fight.
Pathfinder. The issue facing us is complex. Come, my friends. Deliberate with me.
Man, Aya has some crap music. Did I just violate one of their cultures? I'll just download it. I'm not... No, I'm not editing them. Forward unedited. Why would I edit them? I promote peace. Unity. The waterfall looks a bit naff as well. Like, water physics is hard. I know, I accept.
Ryder, you are the subject of a detailed scan by an Angara standing nearby.
Maybe I should introduce myself. Hello there.
I'm working.
You scanned me pretty hard. That wasn't your way of saying welcome, stranger?
I wanted to be discreet.
Noted. What's your interest in me?
You're an alien on my homeworld. Why wouldn't I be interested?
You could have asked.
Fine.
Will you submit to a full spectrum analysis of your biology?
Are you looking for something specific?
We share many external similarities.
No, we don't.
I want to learn if that holds true internally.
You haven't even told me your name.
Danfra,
Oh, bought me dinner.
biological researcher. This is my home.
I can't fault you for being curious. Scan away.
I didn't think you'd comply.
I'm full of surprises.
That you are. When we face extinction, family is our final comfort. Do you understand that?
I came to this galaxy with my family. I lost my father on the day I arrived.
But you still carry on his legacy. He knew that, in the end. Family is everything. Not only the one we have now, but the ones that follow us. What will your family look like in 5 generations? 10? How many of you will there be?
You're worried there'll be more of us than you.
I have 23 grandchildren. I want to know what their grandchildren will inherit. Goodbye, Pathfinder.
I can't tell you, but we don't reproduce that quickly. I'm just scanning this. Again, I'm not going to edit. I think we should see the good with the bad. And I'm pretty sure that whatever I send to the Nexus is going to be edited by Tan anyway. So...
Heard you were coming. I prepared a datapad on our laws regarding war. Learn them.
Can't wait. Page 100, 241. Oh. Thanks. I can't wait to read it. The problem is now I can't, like, say, oh! I can't turn around and say, oh, I didn't read them. I never got them. You must have sent it to the wrong email. Because I've picked them up now.
To replace them? No, 6 9 is too unstable. We out of food in 2 days. Had ammo in 3. They have to fall back.
Sounds like you've got trouble.
Too many kit, not enough resistance. Have a team that's been in the field for 6 months without resupply. They won't come in. Say they're close to taking down a kit outpost, but I don't know.
Give your team a chance to pull it off.
We fought best when the odds are against us. Maybe you're right. This is the hardest part of my job. Thank you for the advice, Pathfinder.
I don't know why he'd listen to me, though. Again, I'm not reading these because it's not really for me to read. Training. Ephra?
I expect you to take good care of Joel out there.
Of course.
I will. I'm sure he'll return the favor.
Don't worry about him. You saved the Moshai. That earned his loyalty. Still wrapping my head around what you found at the Ket facility. That exaltation.
The more we understand the Ket, the easier it'll be to hurt them.
The more I know, the more I want to hurt them. What do you need?
Honestly, I need an ally.
I hope the initiative is making a good impression.
The initiative. Sounds so unthreatening. Like a city planner meeting.
That's kind of what it's meant to be.
Yeah.
City planners don't walk around in battle armor with rifles on their shoulder.
Depends on the city. My point is, we traveled through dark space to build something here.
That's what invaders always say. At first.
We're not invaders.
Of course.
We kind of are.
What's your story, Ephra?
You're not getting my personnel file.
I'd just like to know who I'm working with.
You want to know what it's like being me? I wake up every morning to fight a war. I send people to kill and die. If I'm lucky, there are more dead Ket than resistance when I go to sleep.
That's a hell of a burden.
Enough personal discussion.
There's no official Angaran military? Just the Resistance?
Lost our fleets and armies decades ago. Ket mostly. The rest fell to internal strife. We kept fighting, but our civilians were disorganized, poorly supplied, leaderless. Decades of aimless defiance got us nowhere. I had to make the Resistance real.
It's basically, he's telling me the Prothean fight against the Reapers.
How did you wind up in charge?
Nothing to lose. My family was rounded up into a Ket slave camp. Last contact I had with any of them was 10 years ago.
They could still be alive.
Didn't figure you for an optimist.
How is the Resistance organized?
Loosely, we operate in cells. Independent strike teams have better odds. If the Ket capture a cell, it doesn't compromise the rest.
True resistance.
What success have you had against the Ket?
Enemy casualties are up 600% in 3 years. But that's just a number. Every time we destroy a facility, take out a warship, we give our people hope.
And you're not fighting alone anymore.
We'll see.
I've seen armed people in uniform. They're not Resistance?
Aya police, purely ornamental, gives us the appearance of civilization.
You don't think they're necessary?
If things go bad, the Resistance will handle it.
That's up to the governor, isn't it? What do you think of your governor?
She governs Aya, not the Resistance.
Way to avoid the question. Is there history between you?
I can always count on Paran to offer a spirited argument.
You respect her.
She holds her own. Not many do.
You've been fighting Ket a long time. Any advice?
Your war's different from ours.
It's still a war, and we're not prepared for it.
Wouldn't matter if you were. The Ket aren't a conventional enemy.
Any idea where they came from? A homeworld somewhere?
Each of our colonies heard a different story. I doubt any were true. They came from far away. That's all we know.
Ever tried following a Ket ship to see where it goes?
Of course we did. Wherever home is, they don't visit.
I love the idea that they are from the opposite side of dark space that we came from. It's a third galaxy that they're invading from.
The Ket aren't mindless monsters. They must care about something.
Slaves, resources, power. Same as any conqueror.
You didn't see the exaltation process. They treat it like religion.
They convert us against our will. That's not religion, it's genocide. Every
True.
culture has its purpose. Theirs is to take whatever they want.
Do the Ket have a favorite strategy? Something we can exploit?
They switch tactics constantly, almost capricious about it. Makes them unpredictable.
It's not what I've
They
seen.
must have some weakness.
They're vulnerable to brute force. That's enough.
I'll let you get back to it.
Good.
I like them that being vulnerable to brute force. That's a cool line.
Sam, is this thing safe?
Yes. The slight ringing in your ears is nothing to worry about.
Very reassuring.
Oh, the infirmary. How can I help?
I assume you're the human everyone's buzzing about. If you're looking for treatment, I'm afraid I don't know enough about human physiology to be much help. Unless you can make use of the ion beds.
Is there something special about the beds here?
They're filled with a negatively charged ion gel. The gel works with our natural electricity to speed recovery.
Think it'd work on other species?
Without bioelectricity, it would be of small benefit, but it might reduce pain.
If Jarl takes a hit on my watch, my doctor needs to know how to treat him. Can you point me to resources she can use to learn your methods?
So you're considering all possibilities. Jarl is in good hands.
We
I have
need to.
medical journals on treating Angaran injuries and preventing complications. You're welcome to upload them to your ship's doctor for study.
I'll get moving.
Ishari.
Can I have the upload, please?
Everything's fine, Taoshe. Stop worrying.
I'm assuming that it has. What are you doing down here?
Good to see you. Wish I could join in down there. I could use a workout. Getting lots of stairs. Reminds me of being on Thessia for Asari commando training. We're the aliens.
For some Angara, we're the only humans they'll ever see. That's huge.
Whatever happens, we'll make a better show than the Ket.
Won't be hard. Ah, Quartermaster.
Pathfinder, Ephra cleared you to purchase weapons. Over my objections.
But the Angara have some smart
Hey,
tactics.
selling an alien weapons would make me nervous too.
Against the Ket.
I don't do this for Ephra. I respect the Moshai.
Okay, what have you got? The Ishare looks kind of nice. Oh, one shot, big damage. That'll put anything down at any range. It's heavy. Yeah, they use weird, like, dagger things. It's still 9. 103 stability. I'm not sure I'd ever need that. Oh yeah, clip size sounds nice. You won't sell me any armor. You just have weapons. How much is that? I'm gonna buy it because I'm curious.
Put more energy into it!
It's also a souvenir. Trying to see what weapons they're using. They're certainly not using the initiative weapons. I think that was just a problem with that cutscene. Because they clearly have their own weapons, their own design of weapons. And so they should. Like, they shouldn't be using ours. Let's check out the repository of history. Which might be this one.
We got word from Eladin.
Good news?
Well, we got another remnant piece.
But nothing Angaran. Pay them for their effort. It's not their fault.
Oh, it's you. I watched you land.
Hope you're not calling me it anymore.
You heard that. I apologize. I was ignorant.
What's your job around here?
Aelin and I help Avela with her studies. I specialize in restoration.
So you make relics look new?
Do as I can. I'm not a miracle worker, no matter what Avela says. She'll praise Ellen and I to anyone who will listen. Never had a supervisor like that before.
I'll leave you to it.
Good to see you again.
This is quite a place.
It feels like home to me. Sometimes I think I should move in here. But it's got a long way to go. Someday we'll fill it with relics of the past, each one telling
another
a story.
quest.
And my people will come here to learn. And to remember.
You'll get there.
With enough hard work, yes.
Any insight you can give me on the remnant tech?
We don't know much. To our understanding, it's always been here. Stars. I would love to be the one to solve that mystery.
Is it normal for someone as young as you to be in charge?
I'm no younger than you. And you're a Pathfinder.
I kinda inherited the job.
So did I. I was apprenticed to the former curator. It was my job to bring him artifacts from other worlds. When he retired, I sort of fell into his position.
Do you miss relic hunting?
Some days, but mostly I'm happy to spend more time with each piece.
Have you always been into history?
Oh yes. When I was young, I would dig up shells and pretend they were ancient armor pieces. I've always had a big imagination. With only 14 siblings, I got lonely sometimes.
14? That's insane.
Why?
Wow.
How many do you have?
Just the one.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry.
I should get moving.
Come back soon.
I don't have any, so how do you think I feel? I'm just not interested. I think a lot of this is cool,
They've got amazing RemTech research going on here.
but I just don't need to know. Certain theories about this remnant device suggest its function may be to convert rock and sand into nutrient-rich soil. Interesting.
You know, the more I interact with the Angara, the more I feel for them. Especially with what we know about exaltation. I can't imagine.
Believe me, I'm pissed off on their behalf.
You nailed it. That's exactly how I feel. We need to make things right.
Yeah, but how? I like that the crew are dotted around. I think we're almost done. We'll ping that. We'll speak to the other arbiter and we'll ping the final message relay thing.
Get your raw materials for art, for science.
I almost thought that was Sean Bean for a second then. Just forward on. I'm not editing any of these. That's the promise that I made. I want to go up these stairs.
Arbiter Renav told me to expect you.
Page 1 of 5,983? Nah.
I prepared a datapad detailing our laws. Read it fully.
Yeah. I'll put that on the intergalactic to-do list. I don't know if we've opened up everything on fast travel, so I'm just going to run to this. And then we'll get out of here. I'm not doing the Moshai thing yet. We've already read that. I want to give the Moshai a little bit more time. I can probably fast travel now. Yeah, I want to give the Moshae a little bit more time, and I also want to pop by the Nexus. It's probably best to report on what we've done and give them all this legal paperwork to read. Because, you know, we can't have all the fun and games.
Oh, Gil wanted you to check in.
Yes, I know. I'm ignoring him. Messages to the Nexus from Tan. Ryder, I've been reviewing all the messages you forwarded to the from the Angaran populace. It's encouraging to see that even in these initial phases of contact, we have supporters among them. Though it's equally clear we have our work cut out for us in winning over the rest. But I'm confident you're on the right track. I would have been surprised if the Angara hadn't expressed skepticism. First contact is a complicated situation, and if roles were reversed, I'd be suspicious of them if they arrived on our doorstep. Thank you for passing these messages along. They'll provide valuable insight as we navigate these tricky waters. That's exactly the crap I thought he'd say. Right, let's go talk to Gil, who's probably in the engine room.
Wait, Lexi, your dad was Turian? That explains so much.
What's that supposed to mean?
I really hate the echo on all of this. Are they all but one done? Nice. I just want to make sure that they're successful. Did they level up as well? Nice. We may as well send them.
Here we go. You know, how uptight you are.
I am not uptight.
Not even 300 years old and fussing at us like a matriarch.
I'm a doctor. Fussing's part of the job.
Drax, save me.
There you are. Gotcha. Do I need to get Lexi to do a psych review?
Maybe. People have been telling me I'm crazy my whole life. Just dealing with some persistent scourge issues from your joyride into the stuff way back when. That was a real act first, think later move. I respect it. Well, more like I resemble it. Hey, you play poker?
Come again?
Poker. Card game with bluffing, betting. It's an age-old measuring stick of a person's character, fortitude, guts. Used to think maybe it was my calling. Turns out I'm just good at it. Never lost heads up. We should play sometime.
You know, this game would be better with a poker minigame. I used to play so much poker in Red Dead 2.
Willing to put your streak on the line?
Huh. I'll risk it. Next time we port up and you're in the mood, I'm always in the mood.
That's what worries me. Everybody's in the mood on this game. It's just like Baldur's Gate 3.
So the Angara were fighting their own this whole time. Fuck.
Wonder how Joel's taking it.
Not well.
Hey, kid.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
We have a quest to do for him on the Nexus. So I part of me thinks we just wait, we do that, and then we talk to him again and see if it triggers something else. I do want to take him out for a run though.
Hi there.
She almost smiled.
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here.
We're clearly not progressing the story much. Are you still fighting, arguing, being a pain in my ass? $130. That's what I'm crafting, isn't it? So we've got that. I need another 160 for Big Red, right? No, I need a shitload for Big Red. Jesus Christ, game. And those rewards don't stack, do they? I think every hour it gives you 100. But how am I supposed to, like, I'm not in the game every hour.
You're always short of credits after we come back. Is it because of her?
It's complicated, Subi.
Yeah, I don't want to know. Alright, we are going to go various places. First stop is Eos. Not to actually land. Can I skip this crap? Nope. We're not going to land, but we are going to scan the Ancient. And then we're going to go back to the Nexus.
Pythias system, home of Eos and Prodromos.
I can skip this bit, right?
Tracking a remnant architect.
They are fun fights. But honestly, they're very long. What's the difference between colours? We have a lot to do on the Nexus. I suppose this is better than a loading screen. Don't need to do that on everything. Right, get us docked. Can I skip this one? I do like this ship. It reminds me of Thunderbirds. I don't know why.
Watch your tone. You saw what happened to the Krogan.
But we need this equipment.
Well, you're not getting it. Stop making frivolous requests.
It's not a frivolous request. Properly functioning air filters are at...
Frivolous. You'll just have to make do.
We can't fix the station breathing bad air.
Your
Okay,
incompetence
who do I
isn't
need
my
to kick?
problem. Just do your job.
What do you want?
The guy sounds like a prick.
Sounds like you're having a rough day.
You saw that, huh? Oh, I'm sorry I snapped at you. The way Spender treats me? Everyone, I'm so angry. I don't understand how he's in any position of authority.
I haven't heard much good about that guy.
Whatever you've heard, it's not half as bad as the reality.
Oh.
Just last week, He tried to redirect some of the supplies we need to keep the stasis pods going.
Why?
I have no idea. But if Kesh hadn't stepped in and threatened to airlock him, it would have been a disaster. He's always like that. Making bad decisions, driving the Krogan away, treating people like scum when no one's watching.
Maybe there's something I can do?
A man like that's bound to have some dirt. I wish Tan and Addison could see it. Things have gotten so bad that Kesh had to literally kick him out of engineering.
How literal are we talking here?
Boot to ass. Oh, it was glorious. We need him gone, but as incompetent as Spender is at his job, he's insanely good at keeping it. Kesh can tell you more.
I'm pretty sure that this is... I'm going to track this one. This is Drax. Mission.
What are you doing with that shit? That part doesn't...
I don't know. Maybe I should have stayed.
I gotta tell Kesh to do something about her mechanics.
I need to know about
I wonder
Spencer.
what my dad would think of all this. Would he have encouraged the move? Come with us if he could?
Who was he?
Does dwelling on what-ifs help anything? Things are the way they are.
I can't just forget my father. Sid doesn't remember anything about him, but I do. I think he might have liked it here.
Who is your father? Why am I stuck on this plant? Oh God.
Damn, Ryder, you just missed a good show. One of the alarms malfunctioned, and we thought it was an attack. It didn't take long to figure it out, but in that time, they managed to scramble at least half the station's defenses.
Shame I missed that.
That's quick. They've been running drills?
Something like that. My point is, they've got their act together, and that's a good thing.
Shit.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I am stuck. How? I don't even know how that happened.
Hey, Pathfinder.
Ignatius.
Hi. Gil Brody is your engineer, right?
Yep.
That's right.
I'm Bailey. I used to work with him in the hangars here. You wouldn't happen to know if he's available, would you?
Depends on what you mean. His duties keep him pretty busy.
No, I mean like a... Oh, never mind. Just, tell him I said hi, huh?
Huh.
Hi, I'm Jean Garson, founder of the initiative. Welcome to the Nexus.
Hello, Bradley. I've got you here in our database. I just need to verify your medical scan.
He looks like a Imperial officer. Sorry, walking around in armor.
And we're happy to help your guards secure their weapons.
I prefer them armed for now. You understand, of course.
Oh, Pathfinder, this is the head of the Angaran delegation.
They got here
One who
quick.
saved the Moshai. She speaks highly of you. Call me Issa de Navarre.
Welcome, Ambassador. The Angara's first formal visit will be one for the history books.
I wonder what they'll say.
I was just explaining to the Ambassador that armed guards aren't necessary here.
Is something wrong, Ambassador?
Please walk with me, Pathfinder. So much life. All different, all united. The way it could have been. 75 years ago, we were scattered, struggling to rebuild after the Scourge. Then, the Ket arrived. Alien life. It
After the
was
Scourge.
monumental. But then they deceived and enslaved us. So, I hope you understand my precautions.
Absolutely, but still.
Your people have endured much, Ambassador. I'd be cautious too.
Yet all this, your initiative, is proof there's a better way. I want to believe in this alliance, Pathfinder. The Moshai says you're trustworthy. Please, Help me trust in you.
Everything you see, we're willing to share. Knowledge, technology, support.
What's the price?
Whatever you're willing to give.
They'll surrender their weapons to your militia, if that's satisfactory.
Thank you. We won't disappoint you, Ambassador.
Pavoa Sep Jav Teravon, Pathfinder. Welcome to Andromeda.
We learned a new one for the phrase book. How do you say 2 beers in Hungarian?
Aha! I knew it! Horizontal gene transfer. The Ket incorporate new DNA seamlessly into their own genome.
Meaning all living beings are just a big buffet to steal from.
Many species do the same. Only the most primitive do it by force.
Diasari would say that. There was question marks. I think there's quite a lot on here, isn't there? This is really starting to open up. Oh, the question marks were stairs. That's boring.
Make them hear. Make them know. Make them lead or make them go. Make them hear. Make them know. Make them or make them go.
Problem?
Unlocking. Come on in.
PB has an apartment here. Oh god. What have you done? Displays all show the same thing as well.
My project. She is complete.
She?
Looks like a she to me. Just a proof of concept. I stripped out its remnant command prompts to see if I could power it up myself. It worked! Now I can build a field model with combat protocols that fights for you. So, what do you think?
It's pretty cool.
You've outdone yourself, PB. Let Suvi and Gil eyeball it, then fast-track the combat model for me.
I'd hoped you'd be happy. Oh no, I forgot to lock the... Shit.
My, Pelisaria. Didn't know you were still using this hole. Who's your friend?
Kalinda, this is Ryder.
Oh, everyone knows the human Pathfinder. I meant, who's your remnant friend?
Why is her markings not loading in
Of course
properly?
it isn't. That's what makes it so interesting. Don't be so hostile, babe.
No reason we can't all be civil, right?
Exactly.
But you are kind of trespassing, so...
Now. I was just concerned something might have happened to my dear old friend. I'm sorry for the intrusion, Pelisaria. I'm just relieved to see you moving on. Ta-ta.
I'll walk you out.
What am I missing?
Want to talk about it?
Oh, Kalinda and I go way back. We joined the initiative together. For a long time, we were like family. Now we're not. When you live 1,000 years, Ryder, people come and people go. Entanglements are silly. Just like places. Time to pack this one up. I'm done with it.
But how can you give all this up?
Ha! Watch me. Easy come, easy go.
Remnant VI unlocked. Its power will allow Ryder to call upon Zap and controllable Remnant Observer. You can find this power on the tech skill screen. We've already maxed it out. And to use it would mean swapping out one of my other skills that I'm not going to do.
I'll pack up my new pet and essentials. See you back on the Tempest.
Yeah, whatever. But yes, we're going to go and speak with the protesters. Clan before cronies. Okay, I like it. Alright, come on now.
Free our families.
Hey, what's going on?
Our leaders.
That's
Wake
your
the
new
sleepers.
galaxy. making speeches about some fresh start while your kids stay frozen.
And it's all thanks to your Pathfinder.
Excuse me?
We've waited months for our families to come out of stasis. They should have gone to your outpost.
But since you think research is so important, military personnel got bumped down the list, like my clan brothers.
All the reassignments mean they're in 10 different colony blocks now.
And my mother just got caught in the middle.
I founded the outpost. I didn't decide who would stay in stasis.
You don't care that you've torn families apart?
That's not what I
haven't.
said.
Maybe you could still make this right. I just want Mom out of stasis. That's all anyone here wants.
You do stasis revivals. You can tell our leaders you're opening those pods. Today.
I authorize whole colony blocks or a few emergency revivals. I can't wake dozens of random people.
We don't care whose finger pushes the button. If you can't, our leaders can. And if you tell them, they will.
My word should be enough. I'm happy to talk to them. They can go to Vold.
Okay. I'll talk to the leadership about what we can do.
14 months of promises. It's time for some results.
You want to go
Try
around?
petitioning Addison. She ignored us. Screw her.
Start with Kandros. He sent those 10 soldiers over there. Maybe he'll take us seriously.
Clan before cronies.
Seems quiet for now. Look, Jonesy.
I know. This isn't what I signed up for either.
I mean, aside from the really blank and uninterested face, I like Jonesy's character model. There's a lot going on there. But I kind of want to know if the purple hair is dyed or if it's natural. Is there some sort of gene editing going on, or... Oh, shop.
It'll work against lighter weapons fire. But heavy grade weapons, not so much.
I'm not buying 9s when I'm so close to 10s. This is all 9s as well, isn't it? Yeah.
Please report any suspicious activity to the nearest security representative.
We need to talk about everything that's going on in the Nexus. Kandros?
So that's what the Kett are up to, transforming people into willing slaves?
Now we know why they take so many prisoners.
Well, they're sure as hell not taking any more.
I need to talk to you about stasis revival and those protesters in hydroponics.
I see. Maybe I should get the others for this.
Good idea.
Protesters have seized hydroponics?
They want their
No,
families out of
seized.
stasis. The outpost on Eos disrupted the schedule. They're scattered across colony blocks, dozens of people. The protesters want this fixed today.
The realities of our position are...
We can't wake those families. We don't have the resources, and there's nowhere to put them.
We've got outposts.
Then what's the point of all those outposts I've founded?
People need more than space, Ryder. They need work they're trained for, and we don't have placements for those families. If I just toss them to any outpost with a spare bunk, they become a burden we can't afford.
What do you suggest?
Leave the families in stasis where it's safe and get those protesters out of hydroponics. They seem sympathetic, but so did the exiles. We can't risk another revolt. Survival is more important than family reunions.
Do you think these protests could turn violent?
We're all pioneers. Even civilians are tough enough to start something.
And interfering in hydroponics threatens our oxygen supply. They know that.
What would you do with the protesters?
I'd send in a squad and march them out. At gunpoint if we must.
No.
If they resist, a few might land in medbay, but it's better than losing hydroponics. Or the Nexus.
I see both sides. And we need military people involved. It's going to take time to wake them up. I'll have another outpost up soon.
These people aren't the enemy. We didn't come all this way to rip families apart. We'll manage the resource squeeze somehow.
Your compassion is admirable, but...
Guess we're all tightening our belts.
You can run a stasis override command from operations. I hope the rest will be that easy.
Of course it will. I'm good at getting my way, apparently.
Well, those families are out of stasis. I know because we're cutting rations for Apex.
My decision's made, Kandros.
And now everyone thinks protesting is how we get stuff done. Excuse me.
I didn't actually press the button. The game didn't let me. But I haven't even authorized it yet. But I do actually think we need to start getting people out.
I hear you went down to EOS. Did you find anything to help my case?
An enemy blast to the back killed the chief. Your shot missed.
What? You're kidding me. Thank the spirits. This is great.
Man, these graphics are terrible.
Hold on there. The chief's Omni tool recorded you over the body. Sam, playback.
Sorry, old friend. Had to do it. I'm not dying on this rock. Shit.
Not only did you think you killed him, you meant to.
But you just said I didn't, so it doesn't matter, right? The conviction will have to be overturned. The sentence thrown out.
No, he is correct, but I know the truth.
I'm going to Tan, and I might have a different opinion. You did try to cover it all up.
Look, I'm sorry I lied, but if my shot missed, I'm innocent. Plain and simple.
He's right. He is right, 100%. There's nothing more that I can do. Okay, Addison, here's the deal. You're going to get them out of stasis. I'm going to find you 2 more outposts.
No, it isn't what we wanted, but what choice do we have? How the hell should I know? Spender, you have a job. If you want to keep it, do it. God damn it. Pathfinder.
What's Spender done now?
What's the deal with your assistant? He's a bit...
Spender is an ass.
That's one way of putting it.
I'm aware that he holds certain prejudices, but so does Tan, and we've limited personnel to draw from.
He brought us the outpost to change that, but it's a slow process. He is bad for business.
Having people like him around doesn't do your department any favors.
Personality problems are pretty far down my give-a-shit list.
I have info on a specific sleeper I'd like brought out of cryo.
I want to avoid that entirely. For reasons.
Reasons? That's it?
Look, you're the Pathfinder. If you've a request for your extended team, that's a request you can make. Access the sleeper records through Brekker's console. It's none of my business. Until you make it a problem for me. Understood?
Me and you don't get on, do we?
Hello again, Pathfinder.
How has the Nexus reacted to the foothold I've established?
People are eager to help. The shortages are obvious, but you're turning it to inspiration. There's so much beneath Vold. Some are calling it beautiful, but not when I'm around. Poetry remains off-limits.
How are we doing on the viability front?
Aiming for success. It sounds pat, but you're living up to the job.
Good
Director
enough.
Addison?
Pathfinder.
Okay, sending the override command. The stasis pods should start unlocking.
You're really doing this? I was at the protest in hydroponics. I thought we'd just get more excuses.
What's wrong with his
But we
face?
already lost a year waiting for our families. I'm glad it's time.
Things will be lean for a while, with the new mouths to feed.
But you're out there. We'll manage somehow. My mom was scared something would go wrong and she'd be awake in stasis all that time. She isn't... It doesn't work like that, but I just want her out, so I know.
Override complete. Stasis revival triggered on the Nexus. For Jasper K, Griffith G.
Don't need
Dolphus
all
A,
the names.
Demerchi P, Kozlov S.
There. That's her.
This came at a cost. Make sure you cherish what you've got.
I will. Thank you.
Given new resource allocation, personnel in stasis on the Hyperion may now be required to wait longer.
When it's time, you'll have a home to wake up to. I promise.
Maintenance crews, please report to the commons area.
I don't know what else I could have done.
Pathfinder, AVP leveling continues as per your directions. And of course, the interface remains accessible for any future adjustments. Sweet protocol and process. Now we're living.
Cool.
Another time.
Pathfinder.
I don't care. We need to go and chew Tan out. What was... You saw that, right? We were walking down the stairs and he sort of fell and then jumped. This game is such a mess.